So here's one interesting story about lean. I was working on a project in Southern California, the Temecula Hospital project, and we were working very hard to improve our team's productivity. And one of the ideas that came to me was the use of Ohno circles, or what we now call observation circles. And it was very powerful because we got to work one-on-one with the trade foreman. The first trade foreman I worked with was Larry from the framing contractor. And we went out to the job and I asked him to just stand with me for 15 minutes while we observed his crew. And Larry was very nervous at first. He goes, I'm not sure I can stand still for that long. And so we went out and watched his crew doing layout. And it wasn't a minute after we started that he said, "George, this is really hard. I can't just stand still." And I said, "Larry, just hang with me." And so we were observing his crew doing layout. And all of a sudden I heard Larry say, "Wow." And so I just asked him, I said, "So wow, what do you mean by wow, Larry?" He goes, "Well, if I wasn't standing here, I wouldn't see what I see." I said, "So what do you see, Larry?" He said, "I see my crew walking back and forth doing their layout, going from the drawings to where they're doing their layout, and that wasn't our plan." And I said, "Great, well, let's just keep watching then and let's see what else we observe." So at the end, I asked Larry, I said, "So what was the plan for your layout?" Well, he said, "George, I was only asking our crew to do layout on one side of the corridor of the hospital, but they were working on both sides of the corridor. So they were doing a lot of walking. And it's clear that I don't have enough drawings available to them, and they're just, doing a lot more walking than we had planned. So I'm going to go make that adjustment as soon as we're done here." So that's one of the things that we used those observation circles for that job. And pretty soon Larry was coming to me and asking me if I would observe his crew doing various tasks or operations during the job. And it became a way that we would do our work every day, where foremen were trained and turner staff were trained to do these observation circles so that we could help each other look for things that we might improve. And the team, completed the project in record time. And the teams were all very productive and profitable, and the customer got their hospital earlier than anticipated. So just that little example of applying lean principles was huge for that team, and we continue to do that today.